Hey, farming peeps, how we doing? Toaster 12 here, and it's time for lunchtime discussion. And I just found out that since I moved to Washoe, Nevada, that the land I bought had mineral rights on it. And little did I know, those mineral rights were of fuel. So every now and then I get to sell a little bit of fuel. So this is awesome. Plus, it's a decent little kick for money. Nothing major, but mineral rights is mineral rights. We can't help it. Well, with this lunchtime discussion, I want to kind of go through and just run a few things as normal, like we have been. A few things are far fetched, and I know that. However, even with this day and age of electronics, and even the programmers, uh, I mean, they are awesome. I have to say, because look at this. Granted, you can still almost see that it's 2D, but it's almost 3D. It's amazing. It looks 3D for the most part of it. So I mean, it's the programmers and the mappers and the modders. Kudos to y'all. Y'all's awesome. I love it. That's awesome. Anyway, squirrel. Uh, the on the multiplayer when we're doing a multiplayer map, and we have to buy the BGA, or we have to buy the train station, or we have to buy the wood mill. Whoever, if we're doing a co-op multiplayer and each person has their own farm, the person that buys the co-op or buys the train station or buys the wood mill, why don't we get a percentage of what's sold there from the seller? I think that's kind of negotiable. It's almost like charging a fee for using the facilities. Uh, I guess a usage fee or lease fee, if you will. I think that'd be kind of awesome. And it doesn't have to be a huge percentage. It'd be 5, 10%, 3%. Uh, the more you use it, the cheaper it gets or something. A price breakdown of some sort, something of that nature. I think that'd be neat. Another thing I think would be awesome is, why can't we be a hired hand? As in a multiplayer, you can hire workers, and those workers you pay, and they do a job. Well, why couldn't, as multiplayers, we do that, and in turn pay the other player as we would a hard helper, a hired hand, a worker, if you will. Same difference. I don't see why we couldn't do it versus them. This is always tricky right here. I hate this. And it's rough to do with the tractor and the dolly. It can be done because I've done it. But this is always fun. But I think it'd be neat to be able to have the hired hand. But that's just me. I mean, if we could do that, I mean, I think it'd be awesome. I don't see why we couldn't. I think it'd be amazing if we was able to do that. I mean, think about it. We could say, hey, I'll play with Tiny. Tiny, hey, I'll pay you, like on the Doll Ranch, my Dollywood Ranch. Hey, Tiny, I'll pay you $300,000 if you go seed field 6. Okay. And he accepts the contract, and he goes and seeds field 6. Now, granted, it's going to take him a little bit to do that, but on the same token, it should work like our uh, contracts do now. So why couldn't we have a contract with each other in multiplayer? That's the only thing I'm saying. I think it'd be neat. On a little bit more, a little bit more. I probably already hit it. There we go. See? Perfect. Almost. Anyway, I think that would be amazing if we could just do something like that nature. I mean, it doesn't have to be that drastic. It could be, along the same lines as the hired hand. It could be a set rate just like the hired hands. It doesn't have to be, hey, I'll pay you like a contract. It can be like a hired hand, and we just click a counter, and as long as the counter's going, they're getting paid. Or it could be like contracts. Either way, I think if it was like contracts, I think it'd be amazing. But also, it would probably be a little easier, I'm guessing, for the programming and script if it were as like hiring a worker. That way you just say, okay, boom, I'm hiring you as a worker, and I'm paying you. I think it'd be awesome. To say the least, I think that would be amazing if we was able to do that. It'd be amazing if we was able to do a lot of things. I mean, honestly. So, I don't know. It's just off the top of my head, just a thought. But I think it'd be cool, especially with multiplayer. Of course, we can't do it in single player, but I think multiplayer. I think that would be amazing. On some maps, there is rock that I would so love to move because I feel that it's in the way. Not saying it's this one. I'm just saying on a few other maps that I've played on. There were like just rock formations, and I just wanted to move them. Why can't we like dig up the rocks or have a excavator to excavate the rocks or something of that nature? I'm not saying dig a hole for a swimming pool, although that would be cool. But at least be able to excavate and move the rocks. We're able to do that with the trees. Which also brings me to another point just off the top of my head, and I know I've mentioned it several times before. When we're mowing the grass with either a mower, brush hog, or anything of that nature, what happens to those little bushes right there that's sticking up off the ground? When you mow them over with a brush hog or a mower? Yeah, those little things right there. I can run over those with a brush hog in real life, and they will be gone. But not on here. Come on. That's not too much to ask for, I don't think. If it can be pushed over or mown over with a mower, and the mower goes over it, it should be able to cut it. That's the way I think. Now, granted, I know it's not going to happen with trees, and I'm not asking that. Shrubs, the little bushes there. Come on. I think it would be amazing if we were able to do that. Now, park this right back here, and we'll wait till we get another go from the company to say, hey, come get your fuel again and deliver it, sell it. So, hey, we got it. But I'm just thinking, I'm just thinking out loud for the most part. But I just think it'd be awesome if we could do that. I mean, think about it. If we were able to mow and get rid of all these bushes and not have to terraform, that would be amazing in and of itself. That's just a food for thought. But talking about the rocks and excavation of such made me think of that. So, yeah, it is what it is. I would love, which makes no sense to me whatsoever, we can have a multiplayer map and I'm sure there'll be a lot of people agree with me on this. We can have a multiplayer map, and I can have a crew cab truck. And crew cab trucks, 4 doors, plenty of room. But only one person can get in it. There are 3 other seats available in this pickup truck, which is actually a really nice pickup truck too. I'm really liking that. That's awesome. However, only one can ride in it. That's nuts. At least let 2. I mean, I can understand if the scripting is it's crazy for the 4, but come on, we can at least allow 2. Really? I mean, geez, this is a multiplayer, but only one can ride at a time. I'm thinking that's crazy, without a doubt, because of the fact. I mean, honestly, that's a little bit too far. It would be amazing, but I just don't see it happening. Honestly, to be all honest, I don't see it happening. I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think it's going to work that way. It'd be awesome if it did, but I don't think it's going to. But like I said, food for thought. Let me know what you think about it down below, especially with that one. I mean, I understand the other stuff are a little far-fetched, the digging in the ground, the moving the rocks, uh, mowing the bushes over. I don't think that's too far-fetched. Uh, More than one in a personal vehicle, I don't think that's too far-fetched. I think that is within the guidelines. The like the hired hands, some sort of that nature. I don't think it's too far-fetched, maybe a little, but not so much. Not no more than the others, I wouldn't think. A multiplayer buying the BGA and getting profit from it since I own it. I don't think that's too much to ask. I really don't think so. Possible, but I don't think so. Just, I don't think, anyway. Maybe. Oh, so they open independently. Well, look at that. Oh, jiggers. Huh. But, regardless, another thing, just kind of want to touch on, is us PS4 players, we have the DuraShock remotes. And that ground is rough. And I'm not saying every little tidbit of wheel. I'm just saying something like that. I just hit the fence. And my remote did not vibrate. Is it too much to ask to have a little bit of rumble in the DuraShock remote since the remote is capable of it? Honestly, is it too much to ask just for a little vibration? I mean, come on, just a little bit of spunk thrown in there. I think it'd be awesome. And I think I'm in totally the wrong. Yeah, I am. Uh, but yeah, just a little bit of vibration on the remote. I think it would be awesome and amazing. I mean, I don't think that's all that far-fetched. Other games do it. Why can't this game? I mean, come on. I don't understand it. And I'm not a programmer. But my way of thinking is I understand it's a script, and that script could be several pages long, enough, not one, but like hundreds. I'm sure, because I'm not a programmer and I'm not a writer for games, so I do not know. But my way of thinking, it shouldn't be that difficult. I mean, look what you've done here. I've got a vehicle I can drive and move. So why not put a little bit of rumble with that vehicle? I mean, come on. Really? So let me know what y'all think about all that stuff down below. I mean, I understand the digging and the moving rocks, maybe a little far-fetched on that. But I think the other ones are actually kind of comparable, especially the more than one in the vehicle and the remote vibrate. And a multiplayer to be hired. And a good little supplement income off of the BGA and train station and stuff. I think that's all within reason. And what if, on one map I seen, there is a rock quarry? Oh, wait. Oh, well, look at that. A rock quarry. And it's not only on one, it's on a few. Now, this isn't actually a rock quarry, but it could be somewhat classified as such, maybe? Why couldn't we get rock from that rock quarry as we do chickens and cows with the milk and chickens with the eggs and sheep with the wool? Why couldn't we set pallets out there and gather rock to sell from that quarry? And I actually emailed Giants on this many, many, many months prior to the release of Farming Simulator 19. Of course, I never got a reply back. Didn't surprise me. But I just wanted to put my 2 thoughts in. My 2 cents worth in is actually 1.50 cents, I think. But anyway, I just wanted to get that out there. And now they come out and they've got quarries in the maps. I'm like, seriously? You put quarries in the maps, and nothing with Alien Jim because he didn't have a clue that I even had done that. One map actually has a quarry, I believe it is, and it's a Giants map, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, but why can't we have a quarry, if it has a quarry, and put pallets down there to make rock income from the rock? Because where I'm from, a lot of farmers and ranchers also have rock quarries. And from those rock quarries, they sell rock all over the U.S. So in my world, it's kind of hand in hand. I mean, I know several farmers that own rock quarries. I know several people that own them. I know several people that work there. So to me, that's not too far fetched because that's real life. That's actually happening. So the remote vibrate, the rock quarry, the more than one person per vehicle, I can see those happening if Giants or the modders would allow that to happen. Like I said, I don't know the scripting. I don't know how to do it. I wouldn't know the first thing about even doing it. But I think it would be amazing if some of that could happen. It would be awesome. So, let me know what y'all think down below. Let me know if y'all think I'm crazy, which I know I am, I promise. It's okay. But let me know what y'all think about that. And just kind of a tidbit, let me know if y'all have any ideas uh, as far as some things that you'd like to see changed. I mean, because everyone wants to see changes, but we all want to see changes for the better. Now, granted, I do realize that when you do have change, with change comes problems. That's a given. You know, that's like when you have an update, you have to have an update for the update. We're all used to that. But it's cool. So, why don't... Ooh, it's not working. I don't know. Oh, I hate that. Anyway, why don't we see if we can work together and let giants know that, hey, this is what we want. I think it would be amazing. Huh, that's not working. Anyway, I'll have to work with this. A thumbs up down below would be great. Comments, good, bad, negative, indifferent, regardless, I don't care. Doesn't faze me one bit. I would like to hear it all. And share away. This is your lunchtime discussion for today. And until next time, we'll catch you later.